The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Bannon coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jordan Hicks coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now Colin Kaepernick in the offense heading back out onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this off. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. Again, it's Elliott. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw is Kaepernick. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford able to drop him for a loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And the pressure gets to him again. Perry Riley in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The Eagles send out their punter now. Back deep is Cole Beasley. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries for an even 100 yards. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? what does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, Elliott. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it and often in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a third and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position. Help out your team.
Kaepernick now on third and goal. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
He's got daylight. 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Let's go! Leopard!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
His throw incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's go! Blue landed! Blue landed!
They'll set up a throw. And Beasley with it over the middle. And some room to roam now. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, receiver won in a big way.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
And he'll be knocked down sideways. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Room here to run. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Play clock winding down. It's a throw, Kaepernick. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And Hill with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's go!
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now here on EA Sports. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. Touchdown, Cowboys! Allen Hearns, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. So when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderado. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Let's go. Green 35.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught right side. It turns. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Calling a pickup of 7. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Kendricks in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 23 yards on the play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
They're going to look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Back to throw here. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The Cowboys on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the field goal got him back within 1 score, and now the focus lies on this onside kick. So you knew one way or another that you needed 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll need to get the ball back.
So, Brandon, the question is, how do you accomplish that? You can onside kick it, or remember, since you've got all 3 timeouts, you can still kick it deep and try to play defense.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Let's go.
And they take a knee. The Eagles on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And the ball game should end here on the kneel down by Kaepernick. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter